does a great job. Lineup for Meigs. Tanisha McKinney, number 3. Number 1 is Emily Canan. 23, Olivia Cremines. Wearing 10 is Kiana Robinson. 5, Brooke Andrus. Starting for Meigs. Wearing 22 is Mercedes George. Emily Glass wears 7. Number 9 is Marley Hoffman. Wearing 15 is Allison Brown. 12 is Tori Wolf. And Chandra Maddox wears number 34. Marauders are coached by Rick Ash, and he's assisted by Dale Harrison. Now the lineup for Nelsonville-York. Wearing 2 is Josie Seal. 3, Jessica Ballstrom. 10, Alexis Courtney. 12, Bree Witham. 14, Shelby True. Starters for the Buckeyes. Wearing 31 is Caitlin Breeze. 22, Abby Talbert. 11, Madison Davis. Number 9, Alyssa Hook. 8, Olivia Wallace. Number 7 is Caitlin Maiden. And number 6 is Megan Bishop. Nelsonville-York is coached by Ben Roby, and he's assisted by Wayne Dickin and Christy Hook. Chance Fox on camera, Jim McCumber here on Nelsonville TV Cable's Channel 15. Buckeyes 6-2 overall, 1-2 in the Ohio division of the TVC. Meigs coming in at 3-5 overall and 0-3 in league play. The officials for tonight's varsity match down on the floor in front of the scorer's desk will be Neil Knight, and across the way on top of the ladder at the net is Barry McCoy. Buckeyes look to get back on the winning track, losing their last match to the Athens Bulldogs. Mercedes George will serve first to begin the varsity match. George will serve it up. Alyssa Hook over to Megan Bishop, sets up Caitlin Breeze, and she hammers down a kill. Madison Davis back in for the Buckeyes wearing 11. Alyssa Hook serving. And putting it down for the Buckeyes, Madison Davis. Alyssa Hook will once again serve. She had 8 service points plus 3 aces against the Bulldogs in their last match. Abby Talbert bumps it over to Megan Bishop. Madison Davis on the hard hit. Marauders send it across. Caitlin Breeze puts it down for Nelsonville-York. Her second kill. 3-0 Buckeyes. Alyssa Hook once again serves it up. Hard hit by the Marauders, and that's down for the kill for Allison Brown. Emily Canan in for the Marauders, wearing number 1. Buckeyes up 2, first game of the varsity match. Serving is Emily Glass. Abby Talbert gets it airborne. Megan Bishop sets up Caitlin Breeze, and that's going to be out. Emily Glass once again serving. Caitlin Maiden up ahead. Megan Bishop sets up Madison Davis. Marauders send it across on the hip, Allison Brown. Nice dig by Alyssa Hook. Caitlin Maiden, and that's going to be out. We're tied at 3 in the first game of the varsity match. Emily Glass once again serves for Meigs. Abby Taubert gets it airborne. Alyssa Hook sends it across. And a hard hit and the kill for Allison Brown, her second. Meigs leads by 1. Emily Glass once again serving. Alyssa Hook sends it over to Madison Davis. Nice play by Marley Hoffman. Got off the floor and got it across, but Nelsonville-York gets the point. Caitlin Breeze serving for Nelsonville-York. We're tied at 4. Sent across by Emily Canan. Caitlin Maiden on the hard hit, and she hammers it down. Caitlin Breeze once again serves. And that will be a point for the Marauders. Tanisha McKinney will serve for the Marauders. Abby Talbert bumps it up ahead to Megan Bishop, sets up Madison Davis, and puts it down for the Buckeyes, her second kill. Megan Bishop will serve. Buckeyes up 1. And putting it down for the Marauders, once again, Allison Brown, her third kill. And she will serve. Buckeyes 6, Marauders 6, first game of the varsity match. Abby Talbert on the hard hit. And Nelsonville-York with the point. Madison Davis will serve for the Buckeyes. 1 point lead for Nelsonville-York.
Nice serve, Madison.
Meigs sends it across. Bishop gets it airborne. Talbert sends it over to Maiden. Canan across. Abby Talbert on the hard hit, and it's out. We're tied at 7. Alyssa Hook back in for the Buckeyes, wearing number 9. Tori Wolf back in for the Marauders, and she will serve. Caitlin Maiden hammers it down for Nelsonville-York. Buckeyes back up by 1. Caitlin Breeze back in for Nelsonville-York, wearing 31. Caitlin Maiden will serve.
Nice serve, nice serve.
And that's down for an ace. 9-7 Buckeyes. Maiden once again serving. Blocked by the Buckeyes. And that will be a point for Nelsonville-York. Maiden once again serves it up. And that's down for the point. (11-7) Nelsonville-York. Caitlin Maiden serves, and that's into the net. Marley Hoffman back in wearing number 9 for Meigs. And Chandra Maddox back in for the Marauders. She will serve. Alyssa Hook bumps it up ahead to Megan Bishop. Sets up Caitlin Breeze.
Nice job.
Marauders need to get this one across. They do on the hit by Emily Glass. Abby Talbert tips it across for the point.
Nice job, Abby.
Buckeyes back up by 4, and Abby Talbert will serve. Tips the net and goes across for an ace. 13-8 Buckeyes. Talbert once again on the serve. Megan Bishop sets up Caitlin Breeze, and she puts down the kill. (14-8) Buckeyes. Abby Talbert once again serving. Hard hit by Meigs, and getting the kill is Mercedes George. Bree Witham in for the Buckeyes, ring number 12. 14-9 is the Nelsonville-York lead. Game 1 of the varsity match here at Nelsonville-York High School. Mercedes George on the serve. Maiden bumps it up ahead to Bishop, sets up Wallace. And that's down for the point on the hit by Caitlin Breeze. Alyssa Hook will serve for Nelsonville-York. 15-9 Buckeyes. And that's going to be out on the hard hit by Allison Brown. 16-9 Buckeyes. Alyssa Hook once again serving. And that will be an ace. Buckeyes up 8. And that is out. Emily Canan back in for the Marauders, ring number 1. Serving is Emily Glass. Alyssa Hook up ahead to Megan Bishop, over to Madison Davis, and that's down for the kill. (18-10) Buckeyes. Caitlin Breeze serving. She has 1 service point so far. Glass sets up Canan, and she puts it down, but she stepped over the line. Point for the Buckeyes. (19-10) Nelsonville-York. Breeze once again serves. Megan Bishop sets up Madison Davis, kept alive by Mercedes George. Hard hit by the Marauders. Nice block by the Buckeyes. Nice block by Madison Davis. Marauders trying to keep it alive, but it will fall for a Buckeye point. Caitlin Breeze once again serves, but this one's into the net. But the Buckeyes have a 20-11 lead here in game 1 of the varsity match. Juicy Seal back in for the Buckeyes, ring number 2. Olivia Cremines in for the Marauders, wearing 23. Serving is Tanisha McKinney. Alyssa Hook bumps it up ahead. Megan Bishop, Madison Davis, kept alive by McKinney. Hard hit by the Marauders. Bree Witham, but that hit the rafter above and falls on the Meigs side, so that will be a point for the Marauders. Tanisha McKinney once again serving. 20-12 Buckeyes in the first game of the varsity match. Caitlin Maiden with the kill. her third. Abby Talbert back in for the Buckeyes wearing 22. Serving is Megan Bishop. 21-12, Nelsonville-York. Josie Seal digs it out for the Buckeyes. Davis across for Nelsonville-York. Emily Glass sets up Allison Brown, and it's down for a point. (21-13), Nelsonville-York. Serving is Allison Brown. And she puts down an ace. Buckeye lead is 7. Brown once again serves. Josie Seal bumps it up ahead to Megan Bishop. Caitlin Maiden. Nice play by McKinney to keep it alive for the Marauders on the dig. Maiden across. Sent across by Emily Canan of Meigs. Abby Talbert across for the Buckeyes. Nice dig by Alyssa Hook on the hard hit by Meigs. Hook sends it across. Abby Talbert keeps it alive, and she'll send it across. Good volley by both teams. Blocked by Meigs at the net on the hard hit by Maiden. Marauders send it across on the hit by George. Maiden on the hard hit, partially blocked at the net. Blocked by the Buckeyes. Davis dug out by the Marauders. Josie Seal digs it out for Nelsonville-York. Alyssa Hook, and that hits the top of the net and falls on the Buckeye side. (21-15), Nelsonville-York. First game of the varsity match. Serving for Meigs will be Tori Wolf. We have an official's timeout. Official Neil Knight looking over the Marauder lineup. (21-15), first game of the varsity match here at Nelsonville-York High School. Now Tori Wolf will come back out. Serving will be Allison Brown for the Marauders. She has one ace so far. Now official Neil Knight will jog over to Barry McCoy. The official on top of the ladder. They'll discuss things. Again, the Buckeyes leading by 6 in the first game of the varsity match tonight. And we're ready to go. Allison Brown will serve for the Marauders. Megan Bishop sets up Abby Talbert. And she puts it down for Nelsonville-York, her third kill. Olivia Wallace back in for the Buckeyes wearing 8. Jessica Ballstrom in for Nelsonville-York, and she'll serve. 22-15, Buckeyes. And that will be an ace. (23-15), Nelsonville-York. Jessica Ballstrom once again serves. And that will be out. Tori Wolf in for Meigs, and she will serve. 23-16, Nelsonville-York in the first game of the varsity match. Alyssa Hook bumps it up ahead to Megan Bishop. Sets up Abby Talbert. Blocked by the Marauders. They get it across. Olivia Wallace gets it across for Nelsonville-York. Blocked by Caitlin Maiden, but she's called for in the net. Marauders with the point. Tori Wolf once again serving. Buckeyes up 6. And a lift called on Nelsonville-York. 23-18 Buckeyes. Tori Wolf once again serving. Josie Seal bumps it up ahead to Megan Bishop. Sets up Abby Talbert. Hard hit by the Marauders. Nice diving play by Josie Seal. And putting it down for the Buckeyes, Caitlin Maiden. Her 4th kill. And the Buckeyes will be serving game point here in game 1, leading 24-18. Caitlin Maiden with 1 point plus 2 aces so far. Nice diving play by Alyssa Hook. Abby Talbert across. Emily Glass. And that's into the net. Buckeyes win the first game of the varsity match, 25-18. Alyssa Hook will serve for the Buckeyes to begin game number 2. Marauders send it across. Abby Talbert to Megan Bishop. Caitlin Bree sends it across, kept alive by Tori Wolf. Emily Glass sends it across. Davis across for the Buckeyes. Nice placement. Alyssa Hook now with 4 service points plus an ace. And the Marauders put it down on the hard hit by Mercedes George, her 2nd kill. Serving first for the Marauders here in game 2 will be Mercedes George. Caitlin Maiden sends it across. Tori Wolf digs it out. Blocked by Madison Davis. Buckeyes try to block it this time, but it's down for the point on the hard hit by Allison Brown, her 6th kill. Two to 1, Meigs on top in game 2. Serving once again, Mercedes George. Maiden sends it up ahead. And that will be a point for the Marauders. Three to 1, Meigs. Caitlin Breeze on the hard hit, and she gets the kill. Her 5th. Caitlin Breeze will serve. She has 3 service points so far. Buckeyes down 1, and that's into the net. 4 to 2, Meigs on top. Josie Seal back in for the Buckeyes wearing number 2. Emily Canan back in for Meigs wearing number 1. Emily Glass will serve. She has 3 service points so far. Madison Davis on the hard hit and the kill. Her 5th. Megan Bishop will serve for the Buckeyes. Nelsonville-York down 1. Canan sends it across, but it's out. Point for Meigs. (5-3). Meigs on top in game 2. The Buckeyes won the first game 25-18. Tanisha McKinney will be serving. She has 1 point so far. Abby Talbert, Megan Bishop. Abby Talbert on the hard hit and puts down the kill. Her 4th. Olivia Wallace back in for the Buckeyes wearing 8. Madison Davis will serve. That one's into the net. Marauders back up by 2. Alyssa Hook back in for the Buckeyes in the libero position. Allison Brown serving for Meigs. She has an ace so far. And that's blocked by the Marauders' Emily Canan. Meigs with the point. 7-4, Marauders on top in game number 2 of the varsity match. Allison Brown serving once again. Alyssa Hook bumps it to Megan Bishop, sets up Abby Talbert, and puts it down. Her 5th kill, 15 assists now for Megan Bishop. Caitlin Maiden will serve. She has 2 points plus 2 aces. Buckeyes down 2. And now the Buckeyes down just 1. 7-6. Meigs leading by 1. Maiden on the serve. Canan up ahead to Glass. Sent across by Cremines. Nice play by the Buckeyes. And that's off of Meigs, out of bounds. Buckeyes with the point on the hard hit by Caitlin Breeze. Buckeyes 7, Marauders 7. Caitlin Maiden serving. And that's into the net. Buckeyes up 1. Caitlin Maiden once again serving. Mercedes George across and a net violation on the Buckeyes. Point for the Marauders. We're tied at 8 apiece in game number 2. Buckeyes up 1-0 in the varsity match. Tori Wolf on the serve. She has 1 point plus 1 ace so far. Caitlin Breeze sends it across. Tori Wolf across for Meigs. And 4 hits called on Nelsonville-York. Meigs leading by 1. Wolf once again serving. And putting it down for the Buckeyes, Caitlin Breeze. Abby Talbert serving. She has 1 point plus 1 ace. We're tied at 9. And that one's out. Meigs back up by 1. Bree Witham back in for the Buckeyes wearing 12. Kiana Robinson in for Meigs wearing 10, along with Chandra Maddox, number 34. Maddox will serve. And that's into the net. We're tied at 10. Madison Davis back in for the Buckeyes wearing 11. Alyssa Hook will serve. She has 4 points plus 1 ace so far. Caitlin Maiden to Megan Bishop. Madison Davis sends it across. Mercedes George on the hard hit. Buckeyes try to block it, but George gets the kill, her 4th. Meigs up by 1. Serving is Mercedes George. She has 2 points so far serving. And that one's out. Buckeyes 11, Marauders 11 in game 2. Again, the Buckeyes up 1-0 in the varsity match. Caitlin Breeze serving. She has 3 points so far. And over the net called on Madison Davis. So the Marauders get the point and they lead by 1. Josie Seal back in for the Buckeyes wearing 2. Emily Glass serving. She has 3 points for Meigs. Josie Seal on the hard hit, and she gets the kill. We're tied at 12 in game 2. Megan Bishop will serve, but not before Abby Talbert checks back in wearing 22. And that's down on the Marauder side for a Buckeye point. (13-12) Buckeyes. Megan Bishop serving, and that's into the net. We're tied at 13. Tanisha McKinney back in for Meigs, and she will serve. She has 1 service point so far. Josie Seal sends it across, kept alive by McKinney, and that will be a point for the Marauders. (14-13) Meigs. Tanisha McKinney serving. Abby Talbert passes it up ahead to Megan Bishop. And putting it down, Caitlin Maiden for the kill, her 5th. Jessica Ballstrom back in, and she will serve. She has 1 ace so far. Emily Glass over to Brown, and she puts it down for Meigs. Allison Brown with her 7th kill. (15-14) Meigs in the second game of the varsity match. Buckeyes up 1-0. Allison Brown serving. She has 1 point plus 1 ace so far. And Buckeyes called for over the line. 2-point lead for the Marauders. Allison Brown serves. Alyssa Hook bumps it to Megan Bishop. Sets up Caitlin Maiden. And she gets the kill. Her 6th. Caitlin Breeze back in for the Buckeyes wearing 31. Caitlin Maiden will serve. She has 4 points plus 3 aces so far tonight. And now another ace for Caitlin Maiden. Buckeyes 16, Marauders 16. Nice play by Olivia Wallace, blocks it, then gets it airborne, and the Buckeyes get the point. And now we have a yellow card, I believe, on Rick Ash, the head coach of Meigs. Caitlin Maiden will serve. Buckeyes up 1, 17-16. Blocked by the Buckeyes, and it falls for the point. Caitlin Maiden once again serving. Buckeyes up 2. Brown gets it airborne, but it comes down quickly off the rafters up above for a Buckeye point. 19-16, Nelsonville-York in game 2. Caitlin Maiden serves. Emily Glass sends it across. Alyssa Hook passes it up to Megan Bishop, sets up Olivia Wallace, and it's blocked by Emily Canan of Meigs. 19-17, Buckeyes. Tori Wolf will serve. Alyssa Hook bumps it up ahead to Megan Bishop. Caitlin Maiden sends it across. And the Buckeyes get the point. (20-17), Nelsonville-York. Bree Witham back in, wearing number 12, and she'll serve for the Buckeyes. Nice serve, and she gets the ace. Timeout taken by the Marauders. Buckeyes winning game 2, 21-17. Bree Witham serving for the Buckeyes. And the Marauders get the point on the hit by Mercedes George, her 5th kill. Kiana Robinson wearing 10 back in for Meigs, along with Chandra Maddox, who will serve. 21-18, Nelsonville-York in game 2. And that one is out. Buckeyes up 4. Jessica Ballstrom back in for the Buckeyes, and now she'll come back out, and taking her place is Madison Davis wearing 11. Alyssa Hook serves it up. She has 4 points plus 1 ace, and another ace for Alyssa Hook. 23-18 Buckeyes. Alyssa Hook once again serving. Tori Wolf bumps it up ahead. And putting it down for Meigs. Mercedes George, her 6th kill. 23-19, Nelsonville-York. Buckeyes trying to take a 2-0 lead in the varsity match. Mercedes George will serve. She has 2 points so far serving. And that one is out. So the Buckeyes will be serving game point in game 2. Leading 24-19, it'll be Caitlin Bree serving. She has 3 points so far serving. Blocked by the Buckeyes, and Bishop gets it airborne. Bree sends it across. And putting it down for Meigs, Kiana Robinson with her 2nd kill. Emily Glass will serve. She has 3 points so far. Buckeyes still on game point, leading 24-20. Josie Seal in for Nelsonville-York wearing 2. Megan Bishop sets up Caitlin Maiden, and she hammers it down, and Nelsonville-York takes a 2-0 lead. They win the second game 25-20. Mercedes George serving for Meigs to get game number 3 underway. She has 2 points tonight. Maiden up ahead to Bishop. And putting it down on the back corner, Caitlin Breeze, her 8th kill. Megan Bishop now with 22 assists. Buckeyes with the early 1-0 lead in game 3. Alyssa Hook will serve. She has 4 points plus 2 aces. And that will be out. Alyssa Hook now with 3 aces. Alyssa Hook serving once again. Hard hit by Allison Brown, her 8th kill. Buckeyes up 2-1. Emily Canam back in for the Marauders wearing 1. Serving is Emily Glass. She has 3 points. And that's into the net. We're tied at 2 apiece. Emily Glass serving once again for the Meigs Marauders. Abby Talbert up ahead to Megan Bishop. Over to Madison Davis. Kept alive by Mercedes George. The Marauders send it across. Davis tips it across and puts it down. Nice placement. Caitlin Bree serving for the Buckeyes. She has 3 points so far. Nelsonville-York up 1. And Abby Talbert sends it over to Megan Bishop. Glass across for the Marauders. Breeze on the hard hit, kept alive by Meigs and hammered down, but in the net called on Nelsonville-York. Buckeyes 3, Marauders 3 in game 3. Josie Seal back in for the Buckeyes wearing 2. Tanisha McKinney checks in for the Marauders, and she will serve. She has 2 service points so far. Caitlin Maiden sends it across for Nelsonville-York. And putting it down for Meigs, Emily Canan. Her 2nd kill. 4-3 Marauders. McKinney serves it up. Maiden tips it across. Brown across for Meigs. Alyssa Hook up ahead to Megan Bishop. Abby Talbert sends it across the net. Canan across for Meigs. Alyssa Hook to Megan Bishop. Quickly across and puts it down. Buckeyes 4, Marauders 4. Megan Bishop will serve. She has 1 service point so far. Blocked by Nelsonville-York, and the Buckeyes get the point. I believe it was Abby Talbert on that block. Buckeyes up 1 as Bishop serves it up, and that's in the back corner for an ace. Buckeyes up 2. Bishop serves. Brown on the hard hit, and she puts down another kill, her 9th. And Allison Brown will serve. She has 2 points plus an ace. Buckeyes 6, Marauders 5 in game 3. The Buckeyes up 2 games to none in the varsity match. Alyssa Hook up ahead to Megan Bishop, sends it over to Abby Talbert, and that's going to be out. Allison Brown once again serving. We're tied at 6. Caitlin Maiden on the hard hit, kept alive by Brown. Marauders send it across the net. Talbert sends it over to Maiden. And a violation on Nelsonville-York at the net. (7-6) Meigs. Allison Brown serving. And it's put down by Madison Davis, her 7th kill. Olivia Wallace back in for the Buckeyes wearing 8, and Jessica Ballstrom wearing 3, and she'll serve. She has an ace so far. Buckeyes 7, Marauders 7 in game 3. Emily Canan sends it across. Seal gets it airborne to Bishop. Sent across by Wallace. Hard hit by Meigs, and it's put down on the hit by Brooke Andrus. Tori Wolf will serve. She has 2 service points plus an ace. Alyssa Hook into the net. Nice play by Megan Bishop, and that's going to be out on the hit by Olivia Wallace. Marauders leading by 2. Tori Wolf serving once again. Caitlin Maiden bumps it to Megan Bishop. Maiden puts it down for Nelsonville-York, her 9th kill. Caitlin Breeze back in for the Buckeyes wearing 31. Caitlin Maiden will serve. She has 6 service points plus 5 aces. Buckeyes down 1, and that's into the net. Buckeyes down 2. Marley Hoffman wearing number 9, and Chandra Maddox, number 34, back in for Meigs. And Chandra Maddox will serve. Maiden bumps it up ahead to Bishop. Breeze. That one's blocked at the net by Hoffman. Wallace sends it across. And that's going to be out. Buckeyes down 1 at 10-9. Abby Talbert will serve. She has 1 point plus 1 ace. Blocked by Nelsonville-York, but it falls on the Buckeyes side. That will be a kill for Marley Hoffman. And the Marauders lead by 2. 11-9. Bree Witham back in for the Buckeyes wearing 12. Serving is Mercedes George. She has 2 points tonight. And that's into the net. Buckeyes down 1. Alyssa Hook on the serve for the Buckeyes. Nice block by Nelsonville-York. Sent across by Brown. Bishop over to Breeze, and she hammers down the kill. 9th kill for Caitlin Breeze. Buckeyes 11, Marauders 11. Alyssa Hook serving. And that's a point for the Buckeyes. Nelsonville-York up 1. Alyssa Hook tips the net, goes across on the serve. Putting it down for Meigs. Marley Hoffman with her 2nd kill. Emily Canan in for Meigs, wearing number 1. Serving is Emily Glass. She has 4 service points so far. It's all even at 12 in game 3, but the Buckeyes lead the match 2-0. Emily Canan sends it across, blocked by Davis at the net. And that's going to be out. Marauders up by 1. Emily Glass serving. Bree Witham bumps it up ahead to Megan Bishop. Madison Davis across. Brown on the hard hit, but that one's out. We're tied at 13. Caitlin Breeze serving. She has 3 service points so far tonight. And that one's out. Meigs back up by 1. Josie Seal back in for Nelsonville-York, wearing 2. Tanisha McKinney will serve for Meigs. She has 3 points so far tonight. Brooke Andrus back in for the Marauders, wearing number 5. Alyssa Hook up ahead to Megan Bishop. Sends it over to Caitlin Maiden. And that's down for the point. 10th kill for Caitlin Maiden. And Megan Bishop now with 26 assists. Abby Talbert back in for Nelsonville-York, wearing 22. Megan Bishop will serve. She has 2 points plus an ace so far. We're tied at 14. Blocked by the Buckeyes, but a lift called. Allison Brown now with 10 kills. Meigs back up by 1. Brown serving. She has 4 points plus an ace. And now another ace. Timeout taken by head coach Ben Roby of Nelsonville-York. 16-14, Meigs in game 3. Allison Brown serving once again for Meigs. Abby Talbert sends it across and puts it down for the Buckeyes on the kill, her 6th. Jessica Ballstrom back in for the Buckeyes, wearing 3, and she'll serve it up. Shelby True in for the Buckeyes, wearing 14. And that's into the net. Lift called on Meigs. We're tied at 16 in game 3. Again, the Buckeyes up 2-0. Jessica Ballstrom once again serves. George sends it across. Ballstrom gets it airborne. Nice play by Josie Seals. That come down quickly off the ceiling up above. But putting it down for Meigs, Emily Canan, her 3rd kill. And the Marauders back up by 1, this time at 17-16. Tori Wolf will serve. She has 2 points plus 2 aces. Josie Seal gets it airborne to Megan Bishop. And that's into the net. 18-16 Meigs. Tori Wolf once again serving. Shelby True puts it down for the Buckeyes. Caitlin Breeze back in for Nelsonville-York, wearing 31. Serving is Caitlin Maiden. She has 6 service points plus 5 aces. Buckeyes down 1. And that's going to be in on the hit by Brooke Anders. 19-17 Marauders, third game of the varsity match. Buckeyes won the first two games, 25-18 and 25-20. Chandra Maddox on the serve. Maiden up ahead to Bishop, sends it over to Breeze. Partially blocked at the net. Marauders keep it alive. George across. Talbert across for the Buckeyes and gets the point. 19-18, Buckeyes down one. Bree Witham back in. She'll serve. Bree Witham with one ace so far. And it tips the net, goes across, and another ace for Bree Witham. 19-19 in game three. Witham once again serving. Marauders send it across. Bishop across and puts it down. But they're calling a violation on Megan Bishop at the net. So the point goes to Meigs. Marauders back up by 1, 20-19. Mercedes George will serve. She has 2 service points so far. Bishop over to Caitlin Breeze. She hammers it down. Her 10th kill. 20-20 in game 3. Madison Davis back in for the Buckeyes wearing 11. Serving is Alyssa Hook. She has 5 service points plus 4 aces. Tori Wolf gets it airborne. Emily Glass sets up Allison Brown, and she gets the kill. Her 11th. Meigs back up by 1. Emily Glass serving. She has 5 service points. Into the net. Bishop gets it out of there, but the Buckeyes unable to get it across in 3 hits. 2-point lead for Meigs. Glass once again serving. Bree Witham bumps it up ahead to Megan Bishop. Marauders send it across. Maiden, Bishop, Breeze. Glass sets up Brown, and she puts it down in the back corner. Her 12th kill. 23-20 Meigs in game 3, and the Buckeyes take a timeout. Emily Glass serving once again for Meigs. Caitlin Breeze across and gets the point. Her 11th kill. Buckeyes down 2, 23-21. Caitlin Breeze will serve. She has 3 points. And that's into the net. Point for the Buckeyes. 1-point Marauder lead. Caitlin Breeze once again serves. Maiden on the hard hit. Marauders need to get this one across. George tries to do so, but it's into the net, and we're tied at 23. Caitlin Breeze serves it up, but it's out. 24-23, Meigs will serve game point. Buckeyes lead the varsity match 2-0. Of course, the first team to win 3 games wins the varsity match. So the Marauders, they don't want to go away too soon. They're trying to win this game 3. Tanisha McKinney serving. She has 3 service points. Meg serving game point. Bree Witham gets it airborne. Megan Bishop over to Caitlin Maiden, sends it across. Brown with the hard hit. Josie Seal tries to dig it out, does so. Maiden, nice hustle. Alyssa Hook sends it across. Nice play by the Buckeyes. Maiden hammers it down. Her 12th kill. We're tied at 24. Megan Bishop will serve. Abby Talbert back in for Nelsonville-York wearing 22. Megan Bishop with 2 points plus 1 ace. And the Marauders will be serving game point, leading 25-24. It'll be Allison Brown. She has 4 points plus 2 aces. Abby Talbert, Megan Bishop. Talbert, and the Buckeyes get the point. Her 8th kill. 30 assists for Megan Bishop. Olivia Wallace back in for the Buckeyes wearing 8. We're tied at 25. Serving is Jessica Ballstrom. She has 1 service point plus 1 ace. Allison Brown on the hard hit. Buckeyes get the partial block at the net. Maiden sends it across, but she's called for over the line. (26-25). Marauders serving game point once again. Tori Wolf with 3 points plus 2 aces. She serves. Juicy Seal. Abby Talbot. Sent across by George. Bishop gets it airborne. Talbot sends it across. George one more time. Caitlin Maiden. And that will be a point for the Marauders. Buckeyes lead the varsity match 2-1 as the Marauders win game 3, 27-25. Alyssa Hook will serve for the Buckeyes to get game number 4 underway. Tori Wolf gets it airborne. Emily Glass sent across by Allison Brown. Caitlin Maiden. Abby Talbert. Caitlin Breeze kept alive by Brown. George on the hard hit, and she gets the kill. Mercedes George now with 7 kills. Marauders take the early 1-0 lead. Mercedes George will serve. She has 2 points so far serving. Alyssa Hook sends it across. Glass gets it airborne. George up ahead. Buckeyes get it across. Nice play by Davis and Breeze at the net. Alyssa Hook with a nice dig for Nelsonville-York. Breeze on the hard hit. Allison Brown, nice dig by Alyssa Hook. But that will be a point for the Marauders. Mercedes George serving once again for Meigs. Buckeyes down 2-0. Getting the kill for the Buckeyes, Caitlin Breeze with her 12th kill. Breeze serving. She has 5 service points, and that's into the net. 3-1 Marauders. Juicy Seal in for the Buckeyes wearing number 2. Emily Glass serves for the Marauders. Madison Davis across. Emily Canan across. Juicy Seal gets it airborne. And that will be a point for the Marauders. They lead by 3. Emily Glass on the serve. Alyssa Hook across for the Buckeyes. Emily Glass will send it across for the Marauders. Abby Talbert up ahead to Bishop. Maiden, and it's blocked, but it's out of bounds. Buckeyes get the point. 4-2, Buckeyes down with Megan Bishop serving. She has 2 points plus an ace. Allison Brown sends it across. Maiden gets it airborne. Bishop to Talbert. And Talbot puts it down. Her 9th kill. 33 assists for Megan Bishop. Buckeyes down 1, 4-3. Buckeyes lead the varsity match 2-1. Megan Bishop with 2 points plus an ace serves it up. Nice hustle by Maiden. Brown sends it across. And the Buckeyes get the point. We're tied at 4 in game number 4. Megan Bishop will serve once again. Canaan gets it airborne. Glass hustles over. Canaan sends it across. Bishop steps up. Talbert, dug out by George. Canaan on the hard hit. Abby Talbert sends it over to Caitlin Maiden, and she puts it down. Her 15th kill. (5-4) Buckeyes in game 4. Megan Bishop serving. Emily Canaan, and that will be a Buckeye point. Buckeyes 6, Marauders 4. Megan Bishop serving. Abby Talbot gets it airborne. Bishop sends it across. Andrus gets it airborne to Glass. Canaan, and that's going to be out. Buckeyes up 3. Megan Bishop now with 6 service points plus an ace. She'll serve one more time. And another ace. Megan Bishop will serve it up once again. 8-4 Buckeyes in game 4. Canaan sends it across. Juicy Seal, Megan Bishop, Caitlin Maiden, and that's down for the kill. Her 16th. Timeout taken by head coach Rick Ash of Meigs. Buckeyes up 9-4 in game number 4. Megan Bishop serving once again for the Buckeyes. Emily Glass, blocked by Nelsonville-York. Bishop to Davis, tips it across and puts it down. (10-4) is the Buckeye lead. Megan Bishop serving once again. Allison Brown blocked by Davis, but that will go out of bounds off of Davis. Point for the Marauders. 14 kills for Allison Brown. Buckeyes up 5. Serving will be Tanisha McKinney. She has 3 service points so far. Abby Talbert, Megan Bishop, Talbert, kept alive by McKinney. Glass sends it over to Brown. Maiden gets it airborne to Bishop, back to Maiden. George gets it airborne, sent across by the Marauders. Davis, and a lift called on the Marauders. 9th kill for Madison Davis. 11-5 Buckeyes in game 4. Buckeyes lead the varsity match 2-1. Jessica Ballstrom will serve. She has 1 point plus 1 ace. Bishop sends it across. And it's blocked by Nelsonville-York. Caitlin Maiden and Olivia Wallace at the net for the block. Jessica Ballstrom serves it up once again, and she has her 2nd ace. And the Buckeye lead has grown to 13-5 here in game 4. Jessica Ballstrom serves it up, and that one hits the top of the net and falls on the Buckeye side. Alyssa Hook back in, wearing number 9. Serving for Meigs will be Allison Brown. She has 4 points plus 2 aces. Caitlin Maiden, kept alive by Tanisha McKinney. Mercedes George puts it down for Meigs. Her 8th kill. 13-7 Buckeyes in game 4. Allison Brown serves it up. And hammering it down is Emily Canan. Her 4th kill. Buckeye lead is 5. Allison Brown serving once again for Meigs. Juicy Seal passes it up ahead to Abby Talbert. Sent across by the Buckeyes. Canan across. And that will be another kill for Emily Canan, her 5th. Buckeyes take a timeout. Nelsonville-York leading 13-9 in game 4. Allison Brown serves it up. And the Buckeyes called for over the line. 13-10 is the Buckeye lead. Brown serving once again for the Marauders. Juicy Seal passes it up to Megan Bishop. Dug out by McKinney on the hard hit by Maiden. And that's going to be out on the hard hit by Mercedes George. Buckeyes with the point. Caitlin Breeze back in for Nelsonville-York wearing 31. Caitlin Maiden will serve. Buckeyes up 14-10. Canan across. And that will be a point for the Marauders. 6th kill for Emily Canan. Tori Wolf will serve. She has 3 points plus 2 aces. 3-point lead for the Marauders, or pardon me, for the Buckeyes. Alyssa Hook, nice diving play. George has it blocked. And Nelsonville-York with the point. Abby Talbot will serve. 15-11, Nelsonville-York. Talbot with 1 point plus 1 ace. Nice play by McKinney. Good job by Wallace to keep it alive. George on the hard hit. Buckeyes block it, but it goes out of bounds for a Meigs point. (15-12) Nelsonville-York in game 4. Buckeyes won the first game 25-18. Buckeyes also won the second game 25-20, but then the Marauders won game 3 27-25. Chandra Maddox will serve. Caitlin Maiden, Megan Bishop, Caitlin Breeze. George sends it across, and that will be a point. 10th kill for Mercedes George. And the Buckeye lead is 2. Chandra Maddox serving. And that's 4 hits on the Buckeyes. 15-14 Nelsonville-York. Chandra Maddox serves. Caitlin Maiden sends it across. And that's put down by Marley Hoffman, her 3rd kill, and we're tied at 15. Chandra Maddox on the serve. Caitlin Maiden, Megan Bishop, Caitlin Breeze blocked by Hoffman. Bishop sends it across. Breeze sends it across. And Nelsonville-York will get the point. 13th kill for Caitlin Breeze. 16-15 Buckeyes. Madison Davis back in wearing 11 for Nelsonville-York, and serving is Alyssa Hook. She has 5 points plus 4 aces tonight. And that will be another ace for Alyssa Hook. Buckeyes up 2. Hook on the serve. Hoffman sends it across. Nice diving play by Bree Witham. And the Buckeyes get the point. Alyssa Hook serving, 18-15 Buckeyes. Tips the net, goes across. Nice play out of the net by Brooke Andrus. Alyssa Hook sends it across for the Buckeyes. And Emily Glass stepped over the line. That will be a point for the Buckeyes. (19-15) Nelsonville-York. Hook once again serves. Mercedes George hits it across, kept alive by Megan Bishop. Nice hustle by Bree Witham, and Caitlin Maiden sends it across. Marley Hoffman across for the Marauders. Caitlin Breeze across for the Buckeyes. They need to get this one across, and they do so. Davis sends it across. Nice play by Allison Brown for the Marauders to keep it off the floor. Caitlin Maiden, and that's in for the kill. Her 17th. 20-15 Buckeyes. Alyssa Hook will serve it up one more time. Mercedes George, that's out of bounds. Alyssa Hook once again will serve. 21-15 Buckeyes. Tori Wolf gets it airborne. Marauders send it across. Bishop sets up Caitlin Breeze. Sent across by Mercedes George. Hook to Bishop. Davis tips it across. George on the hard hit, and she gets the kill. Her 11th. And Mercedes George will serve. She has 3 points. 21-16 Buckeyes in game 4. Buckeyes up 2-1. And that one's into the net. 22-16 Nelsonville-York. Caitlin Breeze on the serve. And an ace for Breeze. 23-16 Buckeyes. Breeze on the serve. Marauders send it across. Bishop quickly across and puts it down. So Nelsonville-York leading 2-1 will serve up game and match point, leading 24-16 in game 4. Caitlin Breeze on the serve. Hoffman sends it across. Bishop over to Maiden, and she hammers it down. Nelsonville-York wins the 4th game 25-16. The Buckeyes win the varsity match 3-1. Running down some unofficial stats. First for Meigs, Emily Canan with 6 kills and 2 blocks. Tanisha McKinney with 3 service points. Brooke Andrus with 2 kills. Emily Glass with 7 points plus an ace. Marley Hoffman with 3 kills. Kiana Robinson with 2 kills. Tori Wolf with 3 points plus 2 aces. Allison Brown with 7 service points plus 3 aces and 14 kills. Mercedes George with 3 service points and 11 kills. And Chandra Maddox had 3 service points for the Buckeyes. Josie Seal had a kill. Jessica Ballstrom with 2 points plus 2 aces. Megan Bishop with 8 points plus 2 aces, 3 kills, and she had 38 assists. Caitlin Maiden with 6 points plus 5 aces and 18 kills and a block. Olivia Wallace had 3 blocks. Alyssa Hook with 9 service points plus 5 aces and a kill. Madison Davis, 10 kills and 2 blocks. Bree Witham had 2 aces. Shelby True with a kill. Abby Talbert, 1 service point plus 1 ace. 9 kills and 2 blocks. And Caitlin Breeze, 6 service points plus an ace. 13 kills and 1 block. Buckeyes now 7-2 overall in the season, 2-2 in the Ohio division of the TVC. The Marauders dropped to 3-6 overall and 0-4 in league play. Would like to mention, if you're watching this before Wednesday night, the Buckeyes were scheduled to play at Federal Hockey tomorrow night on Wednesday evening, but that game has been canceled by Federal Hockey. That game will not be played. Buckeyes' next match will be this Thursday at Vinton County. Again, the Buckeyes win the varsity match 3-1 over Meigs, 25-18, 25-20, 25-27, and 25-16. For Chance Fox on camera, this is Jim McCumber saying, so long, everybody.
Tonight's contest features the Lady Tomcats and the Eastern Eagles. Eastern Eagles coming in tonight's contest with a record of 3-5, having defeated Southern, Belpre, and Federal Hocking. Losses: South Gallia, Meigs, Waterford Miller, and Gallia Academy. Lady Cats come in having defeated the Miller Falcons on Monday night for their second victory of the season. Lady Cats are coached by Emily Fox, assisted by Skylar Shaner, T. Morrison, and head varsity coach